Coming at you full-fledged, it's your boy Regg with another video for y'all, man. Welcome, YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, a new NBA champion has been crowned. The Boston Celtics have captured their 18th NBA championship after a dominant 18-point, 106-88 Game 5 home win to cap off the gentleman's sweep. Now, how the winners won this particular game. It was another stinker from the Dallas's dynamic duo. They combined for 16 points in the first half for Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Derrick Jones Jr. was the Mavs' leading scorer in the first half with 10. Of course, that didn't cut it. For the winners, though, it was everybody eating in the first half. Now, for the first couple of plays, you would have thought Jrue Holiday was going to be Finals MVP. I think he scored the first 6 points of the first quarter. If you go back and if you watch the game, KP, despite injury, I mean, he didn't have the game 1 and game 2 he had, or even game 2 he had, but he was another body out there, and that definitely contributed to the win. Even Peyton Pritchard had another finals moment with another buzzer beater at the end of a quarter in this series. Now, I gave Dallas respect by saying Celtics in 6. I gave them respect on what they did prior in the postseason, in the prior rounds. Perhaps that was a bit too much, because my first decision came into fruition with a 5-game series. Now, I'm gonna preface this before I say this, man. Kudos to Jaylen Brown on winning Finals MVP, because this truly was a great collective effort. But at the same time, to the delight of many haters, fans, and the media included, closing the series out with 31 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, the best player in the world, Jason Tatum, was not crowned Finals MVP. Now, again, I'm not a Boston fan, but here are the facts. He's been the leading scorer, rebounder, and assist guy this postseason for the team. Same thing for this final series, 22-7-7. Not the most efficient numbers, percentages, but when you use your teammates and you're an above average defender, you have that luxury. I made the comparison earlier this postseason in terms of his scoring, rebounding, and passing, that Tatum is this generation's Larry Bird for Boston. Now, I'm going to still put this on his resume. He is the leader of the team that made the Celtics the most winningest team in NBA history. That's on his resume. That's on his resume. Now, the Finals MVP, that may not be, but we know what it was if you're not a hater and if you're an objective viewer. If you didn't see the list of the people that voted on the Finals MVP, only one person voted Jason Tatum damn near Jaylen Brown got a unanimous Finals MVP vote, as if Jason Tatum wasn't the leading assist man this whole Finals. Not Drew Holiday, not a guard. They're forward. And acting as if the last two games with Jason Tatum really balled out and helped them win didn't happen. That's just utterly ridiculous, and this is purely a an intentional media mistake on behalf of not picking Tatum. Utter fucking robbery. What's next for Dallas? The Mavericks, they have Kyrie Irving for 2 years, 2 more years at least. So, unless they change their approach, they're going to suffer the same ailment other teams of similar style suffer. Luka Doncic, stats may show a solid performance in terms of scoring, rebounding, and passing. We already know that. But in terms of turnovers, free throw percentages, and most importantly, defense, it was indeed a bad series. For Mr. Aesthetics, for a false top 75 player, this is one of the worst all-time series statistically, I'm sure. But this is not about Dallas, man. Banner 18. Banner number 18, bro. That is fucking crazy. Banner number 18 and what that means for Boston. First, shouts out to Joe Mazzulla, the youngest coach since Bill Russell in 1969 when he was the player coach. So let's not forget, to win an NBA title, plus to add a little icing on the cake, he is a so-called black man. So that's tough. That's tough right there. That's tough. First, shouts out to Joe Mazzulla on that, taking over the team in unconventional circumstances. We know the whole Ime Udoka thing. You know, he was an assistant coach, then he became the coach. Then, you know, people with their freezing takes saying he should be fired and everything. That didn't happen. He ended up winning them a championship. Great move for him. This Tatum-Brown dynamic duo is solidified. It's solidified. 107 playoff games. The most ever before winning a championship of any duo. The coexisting talk should cease to exist. This finals more so than ever should cease that coexisting talk. Hating ass Ben Shapiro type dudes should stop with that. Oh, he doesn't have a left hand. He doesn't deserve this $300 million contract that his agents and the franchise negotiated, but he doesn't deserve it because I'm a fucking fanboy and I'm really jealous I don't make this much money doing what I do. Those type dudes, they can stop talking because, again, a collective effort at the head of this great duo. Kristaps Porzingis, we knew about his talents and negatives when signing with Boston. But on the biggest stage, he persevered and played 3 out of 5 games to become another center, championship center at that, for the Celtics. Al Horford, I believe the second longest tenured player to not win an NBA championship. Now you the second longest tenured player to win an NBA championship. That's you now. And he was there right at the beginning of what Boston saw this to be a dynamic duo between Brown and Tatum. Of course, he had a little spell in Philly, but then they got him back. They traded back for him. Then he made a finals run. Then he's here now, one of the first Dominican NBA champions to my knowledge. So shouts out to my Dominican brother, Al Horford, man. For Jrue Holiday, more now than ever, he's a top 25 all-time great defensive and overall point guard. At least. What a trade Boston made, man. What a trade. And what a bomb by the Milwaukee Bucks. Giving him up for Dame Lillard. He was on the brink of retirement. Now he's a top 25 point guard at least. At least. You can put, I ain't gonna say that. But I would put a Jrue Holiday career up with Chauncey Billups' career. You could give that. I would match that up. I mean, the All-Stars may not be there, but in terms of output, you could put him up there with a Chauncey Billups or maybe a Dennis Johnson or to a lesser extent, a Nate Tiny Archibald. Because Nate Tiny Archibald, his career was hampered and hindered by injuries. So that's a guy you could probably compare him to, but he's definitely in that top 25 amongst all-time great point guards. Finally, the Celtics. 64 wins in the regular season. 16-3 in the playoffs. Like it or not, in my opinion, this is a top 3 team in franchise history outside of 1965 and 1986. Of course, going a little bit three-dimensional, we have the Bill Russell and Bill Walton tributes. Now, if you want to put on your tinfoil hat, this is not a theory. This is a fact that these two died within 666 days of each other, Walton and Russell. At the very least, the energy was used for this championship to be won. So that's a topic there. This is the 6th different team to win a title in the past 6 years, making so far this the most competitive decade in NBA history. We said it last season. I said it last season that I thought the Denver Nuggets could become one of those teams to win several championships, let alone consecutive championships within this competitive decade. Of course, they did not. This team, they got a culture, they got a nucleus that doesn't look like it's gonna break up no time soon. If anything, I think that the Celtics can become the only team so far to win multiple and consecutive championships this decade, similar to the Celtics of the 70s. They won multiple championships. Nobody won consecutive championships in that decade so far. That is still because the champions they've crowned. That's the more competitive decade. But this decade right on their heels. Again, from 2019 to now, we've had new NBA champions. The Raptors, the Lakers, the Bucks, the Warriors, the Nuggets, and now the Celtics again. So let me know what y'all think. Congrats to the Boston Celtics. St. Louis legend Jason Tatum, bro, got your statement jersey all the way back in 2019 or 2020, bro. Shouts out to you, man. Jaylen Brown, shouts out to you, man. Al Horford, Jrue Holiday, KP, Derek White, Xavier Tillman, Peyton Pritchard, who else? Sam Hauser. Who else is on that team, bro? Who else on that team? So many others, man. Shouts out to y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think. Can the Celtics repeat as champions? Will Dallas ever make another appearance with this nucleus, bro. Because if Luka can't win with Kyrie, who the fuck can he win with, man? Let me know what y'all think. But first, hit that like button, comment at the beginning, middle, and ending of the video. Share for us to see. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop.